Hey everybody, it's still Sunday, and we're working on this new cabin. That's right. So we are putting walls up. I have to stop here for a minute. That was hot, riding high, so I did a little plunge cut there to where when I nail it, it'll drop down. So that's okay. So I've got another, out of all them logs I had, I got 2 left. One's going that side. I may use that one over there that's already cut. Put it over there. And then I've got this 12-footer, a 12-footer over there, another 14-footer. So I've got 2 14-footers, 2 12-footers. I have to stop because I got no battery power anymore for drilling for the spikes. So yeah, I finished putting these 2 on, this side and that side. Then I put this one and this one on. I was working on that, but I ain't got no battery power to finish it. I'll probably use this one right here that I've already cut right here. And then I've got that 12-footer, that 12-footer, 14-footer, and 14-footer over there. So yeah, I've got enough for 1 whole more round, which means that I'm going to have charged battery tonight. It's supposed to storm for 2 days. And it was really cloudy earlier, so I know what's coming. But yeah, everything's going all right. See, I've got this side down. It's that side that's stuck up. And then this little bow right here, I'll put a spike in it and drive it down. No biggie. Or as the guy says, no kidding. So anyways, yeah, so this is all going to plan. Right now, as you can see, this is this high, about mid-torso. So I've still got to go up at least 4. So that's 16 logs. After these rounds that I get put on, I need 16 more logs just for the walls. I might need 20, but I'm getting 7 to 8 of them out of 3 trees. So that's going to be 3, 6, 9 trees, maybe 10 trees. I should be able to get it. And I'm taking only what I need. And I'm trying to make everything work. Trying to make sure that these logs are as straight as possible. Now, they're not. I mean, they do a little bit of whoop-de-doo, no problem. I'm actually going to probably cut a little bit more on the bottom side of that. This one's already cut. So if I do a little bit more than that and drive that spike down that's showing, this spike right here. See, I got a spike there. I'm trying to close this off. But I got a spike right there. If I trim this off right back down in here, I get it to go lower. That gap right here won't be so big. And then I did a big plunge cut. So when this goes down, it squeezes together. I made just a little cut up here. So it'd be like hinge wood when you're cutting a tree. So it's going to act the same way. This will go down and it'll bend all the fibers in here, but it won't break it. But it'll close this up when I get this and I start nailing it down. Like right here, I'll nail this and it'll go down. Nail this, it'll go down. Nail this, nail this, nail this. Well, not nail, pound. Pound the spikes down. They'll get there. But anyways. Yeah, we got everything kind of socked up to go home. But, oh, yeah. Let me show you. This is from the deck. Okay. Corn pile's down there. I don't know if you can see it up through them trees right there. I made 3 piles. There's a pile of yams. There's a pile of fruit cocktail. and there is a pile of salmon. Yeah. And I've already made a trip up to the trailer, but I have all these. These are all way out of date. Like this one right here, this is apricots. Best used by 2024. Way out of date. 2 years out of date. I also have a jar of peanut butter that I was going to put out, and I just decided not to. So the only thing I got to do right now is put my phone up whenever I decide to get out of here. I've got 2 more sacks of that wood, and I made a pretty good sized dent in it, but this is going to take, I'm going to have to make 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 more trips, 5 trips, 6 trips with the sacks, 2 sacks apiece on there, because that's well over 100 pounds, and I got to go up that little hill right there. I have to really get a running start on it. And besides, 4 bags going down to the house at one time, plus I got my bag of cans, they're on there. So all I got to do is get up to the trailer, dump off these 2 bags, throw them in the trailer. All that canned garbage that I've got so far is in that bag. I'll throw that on the trailer and bring everything down. So yeah, I've only got one thing left to pick up, and that's that wedge, because I have had it out for a little while. So we'll just go throw it in there. But anyways, I still got all of this. That was the piece I cut off to get in the door. And then I have this 14-footer, this 12-footer. We're getting them. We're getting them. So, yeah, but so far, so good. It's looking good. Now, when I get done putting the walls up and getting this door right, I'm going to cut this back probably this far on each side. Widen this door up. So I'll just cut here. I'm just make sure it's all straight. I'll cut that bottom piece out there, and we'll make that straight down there. If I have to put some shims underneath there to make it all straight part of the top of the door, put some shims in, and we'll stick moss in there. We'll chink it. Yeah, and even on the sides. Get them cut nice and straight all the way up and down. Because right now I'm just kind of haphazard cutting them. Once I get it straightened all the way up and down and put a board there. See, I'm going to bring up a door. Hopefully. If not, I'll make one. I'll make a door. Hell with it, I'll make the door. But I'll make it as wide as I want. And it's actually going to open for as wide as it is. If I don't cut too much back, I'll have it open this way. And I'll have it to where it'll open all the way over to here. So the hinges will be here, and it'll sweep around. And that'll give more than enough room to come over here and get on the deck that's going to be here. Yay! And then I can use this portion right here for some of that drier wood, or even some of the wetter wood. I could put it here, put a piece of tin over it. Since there's not going to be a window right here, I can go stack it up pretty high and then put a piece of tin on it. And plus the roof is going to kind of cover it a little bit too. That way I'll have some logs in there, some firewood, pretty good sized stack. And then this will be right here, but if I need to, I can go over there. Or I can put a chair out here and a couple of chairs here, right in here, and just sit out here and just kind of watch from the porch, or I'll be going around the deck. I could put like a little itty-bitty barbecue grill out here. I was thinking maybe a little hibachi grill. That way I can grill some deer when I'm up here. That'll draw the bears in. Holy crap. But, yeah. We are just kicking butt. So I'm about ready to get out of here. It's almost lunchtime. Almost lunchtime. 11 something. But yes, I have been real busy. I mean, I'm wall to wall sweat, if you could tell. Looks like I went swimming. So, yeah. These logs are not light. So, and for some reason I'm making all the 12 footers real big. The next trees that I'm going to get, the butt ends are going to be the 14 footers and the smaller ends are going to be the 12s. I don't want to get too small. I did right here. I got kind of small on that one, but that's okay because the board's going to cover that. No big deal. But I need to cut some smaller 12 footers. The reason being is I've been using big logs for my 12 footers and smaller ones for my 17s. And if you notice, they're underneath. So I'm just putting the log down and then cutting. So I may not use that till later. It depends on how big this one is over here, whether or not I use it now. But I can take that 17 footer over there, and that's 17 footer right there, and cut 12s out of it and put them on the ends. I use this big 14 footer, not 17. I'll use that one right here, and then since those are kind of smaller, about the same size, yeah, I'll make those 12s, bring those over here. I'll bring that other 12 up, and we'll just use them later. So, maybe like for the cap, I want a big one to cap this somewhere up in here. So it'll be the top of the door, and I can cut a bunch of it out, and it ain't going to hurt nothing when I spike it down. So, yeah. We're still going on her. We're still going on her. It's looking gooder. Not too bad. I got one whole setup on here and was working on the second one. So, but we'll finish that up later. Yeah, that stuff I put out is right there. If you're looking at that down tree there, it's just this side of it. There's a rock over there. It's this side of those. It's right there. And then the corn piles down there. I decided to, where the apples were a little close, so we discussed this and moved it up. Put it about another 30-40 feet away. So this about 50 yards. About 50 yards to where the bears are going to eat. And I know if I come up tomorrow, most all that's going to be gone. So anyways. Yeah, we're just sitting here doing a lot of nothing. And, yeah, I got some more tin to bring up to cover wood. I've got all this wood to split up, all that wood to split up. I got some up there. Those trees, when I bring them down, if they're not worth a shit, then I'll cut them up. That one there might be good for a 12 footer. I think I got another one going that way. Might be a good 12 footer. I don't know if I can get a 12 footer out of that one. I might. But anyways, yeah, I'm trying to keep this kind of all square and level. I mean, I'm not worried about being level, but it's never going to be level. But be tall enough to where when you walk in and you go over here to the side, you've got headroom where the roof starts. And yeah, we're almost to the point. I think the next one or two is where I'm going to start this window out. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. That way, have a window from here to there, and I'll be able to see down there Way over there. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Can't wait till I get a tarp on this thing. Then when it rains, I can still be working. And the other day, a friend of mine decides I'm getting ready to take a bunch of scrap metal down to the scrap metal place, sell it. And she sat there and she goes, "Hey, I got some scrap metal you want to take down when you go down." I was like, "Okay, what you got?" She says, "I got a metal frame for a futon, and I got one of them little roll-away fold-up beds with a mattress. Guess what's going in this cabin? A roll-away with a little mattress." There you go. All free. Free. Free is good. I love free. Free is a good price for me. Free. The mattress looks really good. And I could I'll get it to where I can put it right there. And then when I'm not using it, I'll fold it up, put the mattress in between it, stick it up next to the wall. Yeah! But I like free. Free is good. Free is awesome. Now, when I get this tall enough, I know that there's not going to be a lot of, the roof is not going to be pitched that high. So what I got to do is, I'm going to be putting some smaller logs in here. Say like this is 6 foot tall. I'll be putting some smallish logs on here and run them. And then run the next one and run the next one. And I may use 2, 3, maybe 4. Not get it so high, right? And I'll take, and I'll make a kind of an A-frame type deal. Or I'll measure up from the center of the floor up to as high as I need, right? So I go from the center of the floor up to the top part of the log that's up here. I'm going to drill a hole through it, and I'm going to get I'll cut it 13 foot, but I'm going to need a 12 foot smallish log, about yay big around. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spike into that log. And so that'll be the peak part of the roof, right? It'll just be spiked in this side, spiked in this side. Then I'll just lay, I can either do lumber. I can cut some lumber, but I'm not really I don't really want to do that. I want to get some smallish trees about yay big. That's about 14 feet long. All of them I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 8. And I'll run 2 down to make the peak on the ends, and then I'll run 1 up this side, 1 up the other side, and lay them on that middle log. That way that'll be my trusses, so I won't have to have a little piece in the center. I can to kind of stabilize those 2 middle ones, because the only thing it's going to be doing is holding the boards. But with that being said, snow. It can snow really deep in here. So, I may put a little cross brace in there on the middle ones. I could do that. And then just have that log go through the center of them. Yeah, we'll do it that way. So, other than that, we're doing gooders. That'll help strengthen that. Yeah. We'll do it that way. Yeah, we'll do it that way. So anyways, this be me. I'm getting ready to head on out of here. I got nothing else to do. I could stay around for a little while and watch the bears if they come in. Just got to be quiet. I may do that. Just hang around for about an hour or so. But these gnats are tearing me up here. These little gnats are biting the crap out of me already. About midday they come around. I need to get me like a little citronella candle or something. Something that gets these gnats away. So, if I had one of them little bug lights that you could plug into like a battery pack for like charging your phone. That would be awesome. I'd stick that thing up here. There wouldn't be a gnat around. You'd hear it go just and everything going crispy fried, crispy fried, crispy fried. I'd have frogs up underneath just going, cope, 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 cope. Hey, look, fried bugs. So anyways, this be me, you be you be good. And until next time, kiddos, see ya.